What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Pearl Jam. Yes, indeed. Pearl Jam fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from the Upper Butt. Yeah, that's really his name. The Upper Butt wanted to see me react to this song by Pearl Jam called Strangest Tribe. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a chance I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I have heard the song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Thomas Stute? Sure, why not? Well, yeah, Thomas Stute. Sure, we'll go with that. And the video has 10,065 views. It barely made it, but it'll get you there. It will. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What are you saying? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Pearl Jam, Strangest Tribe, live in Oslo, 2014. Soundboard. Okay, so when they say soundboard, were you filming by the soundboard or were you getting the audio from the soundboard? I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm guessing they're getting the audio from the soundboard. That would be my guess. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
It's fire below. In every day, the wind that inside my soul is
Yeah, I caught that. That little sour note there. I think that was Jeff. I think that was Jeff on the bass. I'm pretty sure that was bass I heard. Oh. It happens. It happens. Look, we're all human, okay? We're all going to make mistakes, okay? We all are. And a lot of people have said, you know, whenever I've heard mistakes, I've always kind of laughed. And people have said, oh, you're being rude, you're being disrespectful for laughing at the mistake. You guys don't understand where I'm coming from on this clearly. When I hear a mistake in a live performance like that, I have to laugh at it because I've been there. I've done that. I have made mistakes myself. I have never in the history of my career ever played a 100% perfect show. Never. I've always messed up some way, somehow. I stood in the wrong place. I missed my mark. I didn't sing the right note. I missed a note. I played a wrong note. You know, I've always had a mistake somewhere, okay? So whenever I hear people on stage performing, making mistakes, of course I'm going to laugh because I can relate. It's relatable. It's not me disrespecting them in any way, shape, or form. It's just, I get it. I get it. I understand. And I fell I felt exactly what he's probably feeling right now, you know, with that, oh God. I've been there. So it's not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to put anybody down for making the mistake. All I'm saying is I can relate. I've been there. I know how he feels. And it kind of gives me that feeling, that sense of feeling of relief of, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that makes those mistakes on stage. So I'm not being disrespectful toward him at all. I swear I'm not. I can't help it because it gives me kind of a good feeling. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep going here. See, he recovered.
is yet to show. Oh, follow the ageless tide, follow the angled light, follow the strangest tribe. It's 6 a.m. You're waiting for they've had their feet. They're wanting more. Oh, follow the wayward mile, follow the distant high, follow the strangest tribe.
The time signature I finally locked in with. So in the verses, he's doing 6/4 and then 4/4, which is interesting. I dig that. But in the choruses, it's just straight 4/4, which is really cool. That's good to see. It's always good to see bands messing around with time signatures. That's always a good thing. The guitars sound great. Bass sounds great. Eddie Vedder's vocals sound great. But what's doing this for me right now is the drumming. Matt Cameron's drumming on this is very tasteful. Nothing heavy, nothing too hard, nothing too loud. Everything's very laid back feel. Great dynamic usage and really nice usage on cymbals. And I'm not usually all that much of a cymbal guy. I'm far more about toms and kick and snare. I understand cymbals are important, and I get it, and I do like good cymbal work, but if I have my druthers, if I have my choice, I'd rather listen to somebody just absolutely pounding on the toms than listening to someone crashing on cymbals. But, having said that, what Matt Cameron's doing on those cymbals sounds really nice. He's adding some great cymbal color, and he's doing it in a variety of ways, whether he's using the stick to hit the very top of the bell of the ride, or towards the edge of the crash, or in the middle of the ride, or, rolling on a splash, or even taking the side of the stick and hitting it against the side of the rim of the ride in the crash, to get that ting sound, which is really nice. A nice dead ting without being too bright. There's a lot of ways you can get that ting sound. You can get it by taking the stick and striking it, near the top of the bell of any cymbal, doesn't matter which one. You can get the ting sound like that. You just got to be careful you don't hit it too hard, because if you do, it's going to get loud. That kind of tinging can get very loud and very bright. If you want to get a little bit of a deader ting, something that's not so bright, something a little more like, almost, for lack of a better word, muffled, you take the side of your stick and you ding it against the side of the cymbal, the rim of the cymbal. Just push it, strike it against that. it gets you the same ting, but not as bright, a little more deader sound. A little softer sound too, especially from a dynamic standpoint. Now he's doing some great cymbal work. Gotta give him credit. He's really good at doing that on this song. So there you go. Anyway, let's finish this out and then we'll get to the review.
Follow the strangest tribe. Follow the ancients' stride. Oh, follow the angels' stride. Follow the strangest tribe.
I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. I got some thoughts, and I will definitely share them with you in the review. Well, there you go, folks. That was Pearl Jam with Strangest Tribe. This was a request from the Upper Butts. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I'm just gonna say it right off the gun. Okay, let me just get this out of the way, and let me just move on from there. Okay, I didn't like the song. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. This is absolutely not my cup of tea. It was really mellow. I just didn't dig it, man. This is just not up my alley in any way, shape, or form. I will probably never listen to this song ever again. Now, having said that, I'm still giving this a 7.6. Why? Because just because I don't like a song necessarily does not necessarily mean that the song is bad. In this case, it's one of those times where I didn't like it, but I can still recognize a really good song when I hear it, okay? So, I wonder how many trolls I'm going to bring on this. I wonder how many people are going to listen to this, and they're going to watch me say, you know, I didn't like the video, I didn't like the song, it's not my cup of tea, I'll never listen to it again. I wonder how many people are going to turn it off at that point. Not listen to anything else I'm going to say, and go, and in the comments, they're going to absolutely hammer me. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, and I don't believe you're a real musician, and I don't think you're a real bass player, and you don't know what good music is, and blah, 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 blah. Let's see how many trolls I can bring out with this. Let's see, okay? I'm curious. I'm really curious. I'll bet I get at least 4 or 5. At least. We'll see. Okay, so let me tell you why the song was really good, okay? Even though I didn't like it, I can still recognize that the song is really good. The tempo for the song, I wasn't a fan, but it's a good tempo for the feel of the song that it had, and it was going to establish. So, you're going to play a mellower song, you definitely want a mellower tempo, plain and simple. The chordal structure on this song, very easy. You know, 7 to 8. Well, it's not really 8, it's 1. It's 7 to 1, 7 to 1, 7 to 1. Real easy. But like I've always said, cymbal can be effective, and this was very effectively done. From the chordal structure standpoint, from the dynamic standpoint, it made the chords very easy to internalize. It was very easy because great dynamic control coming from both guitars, from Stone and Mike. Their strumming technique, nicely done. Not too hard, not too accented, just nice and feathered down. Always with those down strokes, which was really nice. They would do the upstrokes on the upbeats, obviously. You know, whenever they wanted to accent, they would come with the upstrokes. But for the most part, it was all about those downstrokes, which was really nice, very soothing, very relaxing. the right hand technique, when it comes to acoustic playing, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. When it comes to acoustic playing, the left hand's important. Don't get me wrong. The left hand is what helps you define which notes are going to be played, what chords are going to be played. I get it. But when it comes to acoustic playing, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions too, a lot of professional guitarists say the same thing, the right hand is more important than the left when it comes to acoustic playing. Because if your right hand technique is not spot on when it comes to dynamic control, accents, it's just not going to work out too well. I mean, the song is going to get destroyed very easily without proper right hand technique, and that's why I gotta give both Mike and Stone a ton of praise for their technique. Jeff on the bass, really nice job filling out the bottom end, which was really nice to hear. He had that one little flub, and like I said, I laughed because I can't help it. I always laugh when I hear people make mistakes live because I can relate. I've been there. I've been in that exact same position, and I know exactly what was going through his mind. What was going through his mind there was, oh man, I can't believe I did that. Listen, we've all been there. I've been there every single time I play. Every show I've ever done, I've always made at least one mistake somewhere. Maybe not necessarily in my playing, but where my positioning is, where my blocking is, where am I supposed to be standing, where am I supposed to be moving. I'll forget things like that all the time, and the next thing I know, I got my guitar player bumping into me, and I'm looking, I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm supposed to be here, you're supposed to be over there. And I'm like, oh crap, you're right. And I quickly run over to the mic and, oops. But, I always have those moments. Every professional musician has those moments. We all do, okay? So whenever I see a musician on stage live making a mistake, and I chuckle, it's not out of disrespect. I swear to you it's not. It's because I've been there and I can relate and I know exactly how he feels and what he's thinking. So that's all there's to it. But I mean, that was just the one thing. It was that one little flub. It's no big deal. The most important thing is he recovered very quickly. I mean, he laid out for the next note and reestablished where he was and came right back in on the next beat. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's the important thing. Look, you can make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's how you recover from that mistake and get back into the groove. That's the important thing, and he did a great job of it. What really sold me on this song more than anything was Matt Cameron's drumming. I mentioned this during the reaction. I really dug his cymbal play, and like I said, I'm not a cymbal guy. I love tom work, man. I'm all about tom work, but in this case, Matt Cameron's cymbal work was really well done. It was very fitting for the song. Now he was using everything else too. He was using the kick and the snare and the toms, yes, but what really made the song for me was the cymbal work he was doing and the variety that he was doing to add color to and add a little bit of polish to what was happening in the song. It wasn't overly done. It wasn't too loud. It wasn't hit too hard. There was no accents happening. It was all very nice, smooth, and dynamically controlled cymbal work. And you gotta have an appreciation for that. You gotta respect that because not every drummer can do it. Well, every drummer can, but not every drummer can do it well. And Matt Cameron just demonstrated he's very capable of doing it very well. Eddie Vedder's vocals on this, really deep, low register, very fitting for the song, absolutely fitting for the song. It was still supported, it was still strong, it was still powerful, but in a very subdued way. I know people are gonna be scratching their heads going, I don't get it. That's okay, let me explain. The vocals were supported, he was using his diaphragm, he was, opening his throat, dropping his jaw, and getting a good quality tone out of his vocals while being in that lower register. It didn't sound breathy, it didn't sound weak, it didn't sound airy. Was it a little softer? Yeah, but that's purely dynamic control. You can be soft and still be powerful at the same time. It's very easy to do once you know how to do it, and he did a great job of it. So, like I said, is this my cup of tea? No, it's not. It's absolutely not my cup of tea. And I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments, there's going to be trolls who are going to come in and hear me say what I said at the beginning and go, well, you don't know what you're talking about, and so forth and so on, and you will know what good music is, and go listen to Steel Panther, you poser, and all this other stuff, that all those other hateful comments I get. You would be amazed at the hate I get on this channel, just for being honest. But they probably didn't stick around and listen to all the praise that I just gave Pearl Jam. So I wonder how many trolls I'm going to get on this video. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the song. I'll never listen to the song again. No offense, but this is absolutely not my cup of tea. Having said that, though, I can recognize from an objective standpoint that this is a really good song. And that's why I'm giving it a really good score of 7.6. Now, you may be new to the channel, maybe you stuck around and you actually listened to what I had to say, you guys heard all the praise I gave, and you're wondering, is a 7.6 a really good score? It actually is. It's not a bad score at all. Bad scores would be like down the 1s and 2s, okay? This is getting a 7.6. If you're not sure that this is a really good score, like if for some reason you don't believe me, that's okay. Take a look down below in the video description. You will very clearly see in my scoring system chart, which is down there in the description, 7.0 to 7.9 is the grading scale for really good. This is getting a 7.6. It's pretty much right in the middle of really good. So it's a really good, really good. There you go. It doesn't get much better than that when it comes to the really goods. So 7.6, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.